Well, good afternoon, everyone that's out there today. And this is Michael Jefferson coming to you with B.L.O.K Sports, coming to you with a quick hit of the CIAA Basketball Tournament and the basketball tournament results that we have from last night. And we just want to come to you real quick just to let you know some of the results from the games that were played last night. And again, if you want to get in contact with me, of course, you can reach me at the following. Well, wrong one right there. Need to make sure I get it up, running and operational here again. And once I do, I'll make sure I bring it to you. But I want to make sure that if you want to, at any point in time, just reach out to me. I will make sure that I have my information up here as quickly as possible so you can see how you can get in touch with me. And for whatever reason, I may not be able to do so. For whatever reason, we shall see in terms of being able to get back to you. Having slight technical difficulties today for whatever reason, but that's all right, because guess what? I am going to make sure we have this show coming to you live today and with the quick hit information, as we always promise to come to you. And once we get that information to you on how to reach out to us, how to touch base with us, then we will be right there, because I always want to make sure that you're able to get in contact with me. Rain, shine, sleet, and snow, whatever the situation may be, but this is how to get in contact with me. www.yourstreet.tv, at Michael J at JC Connect. And here's my information on how to get in contact with me. I apologize. I am actually at home today. I'll be going out and seeing others. But this is how to get in contact with me. www.yourstreet.tv and Michael J at JC Connect. And anytime you need to get in contact with me or have me provide any kind of information to you, please let me know as soon as possible. Also, what we are going to be discussing today in a real quick hitter is the CIAA Basketball Tournament. And as we know, it's being played right now in Baltimore, Maryland. It's started February 26th, and it goes until Sunday, as you can see, March 3rd. And as a matter of fact, we'll see, because I think that date may be a mistake, because I know they have finals coming up very soon. But yet and still, we'll see from the brackets and the dates that's on there as well. And as you can see, on starting March 3rd, you will also have the SIAC tournament starting up from March 3rd until the 10th, starting in Savannah, Georgia. Now, let's go ahead and go to the results of the other night. You have here, as you can see, for the women, you have Claflin defeating Shaw by a score of 71-45. And even though I do not have the score for Virginia State women over Johnson C. Smith, I can say this, is that Johnson C. Smith did bow down to Virginia State, and they did lose that game, unfortunately, to Virginia State. So Virginia State moves on and will play Claflin, but we'll get there in a couple of minutes. And so the results of men, but we'll see the results of in the brackets of who will play who. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Next, you have, again, Claflin men defeating Virginia State on the men's side by a score of 75-69. And Virginia Union moves on after defeating Bluefield State. Bluefield State was one of those surprise teams that just said, hey, we might be new to the conference, but don't count us out. So Bluefield State, you have to tip your hat to Bluefield State for hanging in as long as they did. For the men, made it this far, and also the women. The men made it to the quarterfinal round, so congratulations to them, while Virginia Union moves on to the semifinal game. But as I said, here you go. Virginia Union 61, Bluefield State 65 for the men. And of course, as I said earlier, Claflin defeated Virginia State. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets. Now for the women. Here we are. March 1st, as you can see. And that's why I said I believe that the third was incorrect on what actually initially came from the website of the CIAA. But as you can see, you have on March 1st, you have Claflin playing Elizabeth City. And that game is going on as we speak. Don't have any scores as of this moment, but you have Claflin women playing Elizabeth City. Next, at 6 p.m. tonight, you will have Virginia State playing Fayetteville State. So number 1, Fayetteville State, against the number 2 team, Virginia State. And in the upper bracket, you have number 1, Elizabeth City State, playing Claflin, who happens to be the number 2 team. Now, of course, Elizabeth City is the number 1 team from the north, and Claflin is the number 2 team in the south. And Fayetteville State is number 1 team in the south, playing against the number 2 team in the northern division. And looking forward to some interesting games today. And as a matter of fact, a buddy of mine is heading down there now to call that 2 p.m. game for the men. And hopefully I'll get a chance to speak to him. That'll be Orlando Hughes with KRSB Radio Network. So make sure you get a chance to tune in if you're not watching on ESPN for these games. As you can see the times and the location. Make sure you tune in to KRSB as he calls the game between Lincoln and Claflin. So let's go ahead and look at the brackets for the men. And as we take a look at the men's bracket, here you have, of course, that 2 p.m. game that my buddy Orlando Hughes will be calling. It'll be between Lincoln and Claflin at 2 p.m. And you have the number 2 team playing against the number 1 team. The number 2 team from the south against the number 1 team, being Lincoln from the northern division. And then down in the lower brackets, you have the number 2 team, Virginia Union, playing the number 1 team, Fayetteville State. And that game is going to be at 8 p.m. And then the winners of those games will march on. And as you can see, they will be playing that game at 4 p.m. on March 2nd. And as far as the women game for the finals tomorrow will be played at 1 p.m. Looking forward to having some exciting games, some exciting times, and I look forward to just coming back to you with some quick results again tomorrow as to who's playing and where and what time. So I'll come on just as the women start playing tomorrow at 1 p.m. again. So keep it here, keep it clean, keep it clear, and support your favorite HBCU. Because guess what? I don't know where your money's going, but my money goes to an HBCU, and all of my money goes to Jackson State University. Be good, stay clean, stay healthy, and may God bless you.